I'm Captain Doug Stanford with Texas Fish Tips. This is your weekly fishing report. Y'all be careful this weekend. It's Memorial Weekend coming up, but there's going to be a lot of people out here, and there's a lot of fishing along these jetties. We've had some really nice weather lately. Those waves are down. You can fish off these beaches. Been catching a lot of good fish, a lot of redfish down through here. But on those south jetties and the north jetties, there's been reds, there's been trout, just about everything else. There's been tarpon, everything out there. If it's not too windy, you can get out on this beach right down through here, and there's been redfish. Been redfish and some nice trout all down through here. You don't even have to go far. If it's too windy, you can stay right behind this north jetty right in this area and get away with it. If it's nice and calm, you can run this beach. You can go all the way to Cedar Bayou and catch all kinds of fish. But there's just schools of fish down there. Look for the birds. That's what you look for. If you see some birds setting, you don't see them flying, that means they were there and they're just sitting there waiting for them to pop back up, because they're going to stay wherever those fish popped up at last, okay? They're not going to move around too much. They're kind of lazy. Anyhow, so shad has been the best bait for the reds. Croaker's getting a little bigger. You can find a few that's good, but then again, if you got small ones, just double them up, put them on the same hook, and makes a bigger package, throws easier, and we catch more fish that way. All right, over here backside of Dagger Island, there's a new island right here. Don't worry about that, but you get right up behind Dagger Island, right up here in the front, and there's been some good fish. There's been a lot of menhaden hanging out in here as well. If you get you a cast net, get in and catch some of them. Throw them up on that bank in those potholes. That's where your redfish will be. There's some big trout being caught on those as well. Also, this little cut right down through here has been holding some nice redfish down through and black drum. In that deeper water, they like that dead shrimp. You can also use live shrimp. Either way, they like that shrimp. All right, over here on Pelican Island, this pile of rocks right here. Be careful, those big old ships coming in, but there's been some really good trout. You can use croaker if you got them. Big old live free line shrimp has been working pretty good too, or shrimp on a popping cork. You probably do some artificials, but there's been some really nice trout. There's a few reds mixed in there as well. Same way right here, there's some more rock piles right about here. There's been some really nice trout caught on them. And then also, when we had north wind, it was a little bit too windy, but you get on this well right here, and we catch some really nice trout in here. It's a good place to hide out. But there's also been some trout and wade fishers right on the back side of Pelican Island, right down through here. Okay, now get over in East Flats. Right on this edge has been holding some nice black drum and some red all down through here. Find you some sand pockets, throw some cut mullet or cut menhaden out there, put it in a rod holder and let the redfish take it. But also there's been some black drum popping up right in here. Same way by these shacks right down through here, these fishing shacks. There's been some black drum in this channel right through here. And you may check some of them out through these flats through here, but there has been some really good ones. All right, guys, out here at Corpus Christi Bay, we've had some really good days on some of these rigs out here, some of the small ones and some of the bigger ones as well. Freeline shrimp and croaker, if you can find them, has been working real well. There's also been some really good ones along these rocks on T-heads. Corpus Christi, there's been used shrimp. You catch a mangrove snapper, you catch a black drum, you catch a trout. There's even been a few nice reds mixed in there. Croaker works too, but that shrimp has been killing them. Now, if you get over here at these old piers, Portland Shoreline, all down through, there's been some old piers that are broken down. Some are the new ones, some are still in use. If somebody's messing around on it, fishing off of it, don't get too close to them. But there has been some really good piers. There's some good fish through here. There's a lot of trout. And some of the trout's been holding about 200 or 300 yards off the beach. Not right up where you see those piers. I mean, they've been way out here, 8, 9, 10 foot of water. But some of them will catch them on the shrimp, some will catch them on the croaker. But there has been some really good trout. There's some schools of reds moving up and down through here. And not only that, some of these pilings will hold those drums. So get you some shrimp, chunk them out there and hold on. You may get a hard head or two, but there is some really good drums. Watching, I'm Captain Doug Stanford.